I'm more or less fine because she has been consistently reviewing the PRs. But I mean, I'm not sure whether she is there yet now. She's right now there yet, where she can basically take calls on whether this stuff is mergeable or not. But as an ERC editor, I think it might be a good start for her. And then as she is doing some code development, for example, with Zeem, and sometimes she might be ready enough to be an EIP editor as well.
Okay. Yes, I guess just leave a comment on the call for input and
Yeah, I have put this comment, or not phone call, the input call for input. Maybe I'll drop it there as well.
yeah. Yeah, I guess just I guess clearly say yes or no for adding her. That'll make my job easier.
All right.
Yeah. And that's it for um, the agenda. I guess we have EIP Insight we can talk about. So I guess if we want to start the stream for talking about EIP Insight, we can do that. Otherwise, we don't have to. It's up to you.
Sam, we can talk a bit about that. The PR which builds a lot of code and test
Oh,
vectors.
sure. Yeah. Yeah. I guess, yeah,
So
definitely start the stream then, Akash. Oh, okay. Perfect.
so basically, I think the way we should handle test vectors and code in EIPs is basically have a reference link to some section in discussions too, and then discussions to can basically some people can put their code reference link and test vectors reference link in discussions to it only. I think it would basically make the EIPs lighter. I mean the repo light as well as sort of abstract out. I mean lot of code and lot of files that we don't have to review as an EIP editor because if there are a lot of files that are bundled in, I mean, as an EIP editor, it sort of becomes necessary to go through each of them to see. I mean, not just them on the basis of technicality, but at least to see that. I mean, it's not junk and there is nothing malicious over there.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, so I think we have to balance that with the fact that a reference implementation is often the least ambiguous way to specify something. Um, like if you're specifying, let's say, a hash function, which this one is, like the best way to do it is just to write a function that computes the hash. Um, but I do see where you're coming from. Like if somebody wrote a reference implementation in like I don't know brainfuck or whatever, like I wouldn't want to have to review that. I wouldn't be able to. So
I mean, we can have a pseudocode, I mean, like we generally have in the EIPs in the Markdown file itself. I mean, in terms of pseudocode code, which is crisp and succinct, I think that still makes sense for sure.
okay, yeah. So I guess
Uh, so,
the decision to make here is like, do we remove reference implementations from the EIP document itself?
I mean, that is something that we can definitely look as a back step. But right now, with regard to the PR that we are dealing with, so we can ask the person to sort of abstract out the code and add a link in discussions to for that code and mention that discussions to link the section link in the EIP itself for the reference implementation. I think this is the concrete uh, proposal or concrete decision that we can make right now.
So you want to put a link to the discussions thread, not just in the header, but in the body as well.
I mean, yes, because I think discussions too is a place where if someone wants to link their reference implementation, they can definitely link it over there. I don't see there are any qualms or any restrictions about referencing any code from over there or any GitHub libraries from over there.
My hesitation there would be like once an EIP goes final, it's not supposed to be editable anymore, but the discussions to thread, people can keep writing whatever they want on it forever. So it kind of breaks that guarantee that we have. But it's not really worse than what we have now, so I don't feel that strongly about it.
Right. So I guess for the current EIP, we can basically mention this and at least when it's in the draft status, and then we can figure out when the person's EIP goes into final, we can
What
have
to do
another
with it?
round of discussion
Yeah.
on it.
Yep, I'm okay with that.
All right. Cool. Thanks.
Cool. So observations from incoming PRs over the past month. I don't really have any. And then availability for hosting EIP editing office hours. I'll do that offline. I'll leave a note to myself for that. Okay. So let's talk about EIP insights. There we go. Share my screen. I'm definitely not the qualified person to be talking about this, but I can give it a go. So, how does Pooja normally do this? We have 5 new reports, new EIPs in draft, 4 ERCs, 1 in review, or 4 in review, 1 moving into last call, 2 moving into final, and 2 moving into stagnant. Gajinder has eclipsed me in reviews this month, so awesome. Let's see, how are we doing here? So we've moved 12 EIPs into draft and 1 into final, so we're kind of losing the battle there. That's weird. Why is this 2024 just sitting on the end? That's an interesting bug. All right. That's a nice feature. Cool. So that's about all I'm comfortable talking about for EIP insights. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Is there anything else we want to talk about before ending today's call? Great. Well, that sounds like the end of it. Thanks for coming out. We'll see you all at the next call, and I'll poke you for office hour availability on Discord. Take care, everybody.